So this is more practice of polynomial long division. So what we're going to do is we're going to do all the problems that you see here in this video. So this video specifically continues extra practice exercises that accompany a review video on the same topic. So I'll drop a link to that in the description if you want to check that out. And also, I have a free PDF version of these problems with an answer key at divideandconquermath.com. Just go to the review section if you're interested in that. Okay, so the way that these work, I am just going to fly through these just to show you how the work is done. So you can pause here if you want to try any of them first, but otherwise I'm just going to get right into it. So starting with A here. So we talked about in the review video, so this is a monomial. It is one term. And so when you divide by a monomial, this is kind of a simpler exercise. So what we can do is we can rewrite each term in the polynomial and write it over the monomial so that we can just use exponent rules to get through this. So, oops, that should be y, x to the 6th, y to the 4th, 2x squared, y to the 3rd. Okay, cool. And so like I said, now we can just use exponent properties to really help us with this. So 10 divided by 2 is 5. And then we just subtract the exponents. So for the x's, so if I take 5 minus 2, that's going to leave me with x to the 3rd. And for the y's, 6 minus 3 will leave me also with y to the 3rd. And then 18 divided by 2 is 9. X to the 4th minus 2 is 2. And then for these, so the y thirds just cancel out entirely, so I can just leave those be. And then this will be minus 6, x to the 4th, and y. So we've got x to the 6 over 6 minus 2 will be 4, and then 4 minus 3 is 1. So that is going to be the first one. And then for the second one, this is also a monomial, so I can go ahead and set this up as 3x cubed minus 9, let's see, minus 9x squared y plus 6xy squared minus 12y cubed, and divide each part by 3xy. Okay, so let's go through this. So the 3's will cancel out. This x will drop out. So look at what I'm left with. So I'm left with x squared on top and y in the bottom. And so that's really as good as it gets. And then for the next one, so 9 divided by 3 is 3. And then, well, the x squared over the x, so that just leaves me with x. And these y's drop out. For the next one, 6 divided by 3 is 2. These x's drop out, and then I'm just left with this y. And then for this last one, 12 divided by 3 is 4. And then we've got y squared over x. So the x can't cancel out with anything. So this one actually leaves us with something that's no longer a polynomial, but we did do the division, so we got the job done. Okay, so next we're going to move on to long division. So notice now I am no longer dividing by a monomial, but this would be a binomial. So we're going to set this up. This is 4x minus 11 going into 16x squared minus 88x plus 121. Okay, so remember, we ask ourselves, what do I need to multiply 4x by to get to 16x squared? So that's going to be 4x, and then 4x times 4x is 16x squared, and 4x times 11 is, or times negative 11 is negative 44x. And so now I need to subtract all of this off. Now in subtracting this off, I'm going to flip all the signs, so I've distributed that minus sign, and then I just kind of keep going through with this. So negative 88 plus 44 will equal negative 44x. Bring down the 121. And okay, so now what do I multiply 4x by to get to negative 44x? So that would be negative 11. So negative 11 times 4x is going to be negative 44x, and negative 11 times negative 11 is 121. But then I subtract this result off, so what ends up happening is I distribute the negative and flip all the signs, and so ultimately this actually gives me 0. So my answer in this case is going to be just 4x minus 11. Okay, so now we've got 49x squared minus 25 divided by 7x minus 5. Now for this one, when I set this up, actually let me 7x minus 5. So remember, we want to go in descending order, and if we're missing a variable, so we want to go x squared, x, and then the number. So if we're missing the x, we just put in a 0 placeholder. So now, what do I need to multiply 7x by to get to 49x squared? That's going to be 7x. 7x times 7x is 49x squared, and 7x times 35 is negative 35x. So subtract all that off. So this will be a minus, minus, and a plus. Oops, sorry, this should be a plus, minus, minus. So sorry, yeah, there we go. And so now I'm left with 35x minus 25. So what do I multiply 7x by to get to 35x? I'm going to multiply by 5. So 5 times 7x is 35x, and 5 times negative 5 is negative 25. So I can subtract all of this off. So I'll flip all my signs like I did in the review video, and this will give me a 0. And so my answer in this case is just going to be this 7x plus 5. Okay, so for our next ones, I've got 12x cubed minus 11x squared plus 17x minus 10 divided by 3x minus 2. So we'll set this up again. So I've got 3x minus 2. Everything goes in descending order, so we're all hunky-dory there. Okay, so 3x, what do I have to multiply 3x by to get to 12x cubed? That would be 4x squared. 4x squared times 3x is 12x cubed. 4x squared minus or times negative 2 is negative 8x squared. Subtract this off. So I'm going to flip all my signs. And so I'm going to get, let's see, negative 3x squared. And let's bring that 17x down. What do I have to multiply 3x by to get to negative 3x squared? That's going to be negative x. Negative x times 3x is negative 3x squared plus 2x. So let's subtract that off. So add, and this will become a subtract. So let's see. So then that's going to leave me with 15x. Bring the 10 down. Oops, minus 10, my bad. Okay, what do I have to multiply 3x by to get to 15x? That'll be 5. So this will be 15x minus 10. So if I subtract that off, I will get a remainder of 0. And so there will be my answer. Okay, and so now we have one more left. So let's see, I've got 2x plus 1. We're dividing that into 4x squared plus 4x minus 3. So what do I have to multiply 2x by to get to 4x squared? That's going to be 2x. So 2x times 2x is 4x squared. 2x times 1 is 2x. I'll subtract this off. So if I distribute this, so the 4x squareds drop out. 4x minus 2x will leave me with 2x. Bring down the 3. 2x goes into 2x one time, so then I need to subtract off 2x plus 1. So if I subtract this off, I will get negative 3 minus 1. So this is negative 4, and so this is one problem with the remainder. So this is going to have a remainder of minus 4 over 2x minus 1. So remember, for your remainder, you always take whatever sign you have. So if it's positive, it's going to be plus. If it's negative, it's going to be minus, and then you put it over the divisor. Okay, and so that brings me to the end of this video. So by the way, my review series has many other topics in it. So each topic includes a refresher video, practice problems, answer key, all that good stuff. So just go to divideandconquermath.com, go to the review section. You'll find everything there for free. And otherwise, I hope to see you guys in another video. Bye!